Hello!
Hello.
How's everyone doing? More or less, I think we need to change the copyright because it's no longer Viacom International, as we've heard.
Like, I'm waiting until we have an official, like, teenage robot thing that comes out. And then I want to peek down at the bottom of the screen and see what the copyright company is now. The rebrand. Currently setting this up.
Have you ever heard of this series of Cartoon Network comic books published by DC Comics back in the day? Mashups, I don't know.
No, I have not. What the? Himic man. I stopped
Yeah.
drawing suspiciously attractive goblin women and drowning in existential dread to join this chat. Tell me some good news. Tell me some bad news. Tell me
Goblin,
something
what
I'll do.
now? What?
Um,
What?
Oh, well, there was a Pokemon. I mean, I don't know if you're a fan of Pokemon. There was a Pokemon Direct today, and Game Freak finally seems to be trying hard to push the games into a new direction, from outward appearances, at least, from what we're seeing so far, in a world of, not a world, but it's been, what, at least a decade now, where Game Freak has just been creating the same game over and over again with some different coats of paint. It seems, and I say that with emphasis, seems that they finally might be doing something different. So, here's hoping.
And the art style kind of changed too from what I've seen of the trainers. It's no longer the same Pokemon anime like stuff.
Where'd you go?
Yeah. Hmm.
Cat, 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 cat.
Meow.
Where's Kit Kat? Where's the
Meow.
Where's the kitty cat?
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
how's everybody doing tonight?
Alright.
Doing okay.
Good to hear.
Smash Up Maps Ups is asking on the other subject. How do you guys feel when Viacom CBS was renamed to Paramount Global?
It's fine.
It's been a long time coming.
I'm sorry if anyone hears my dog barking.
It's all good. I'm going insane. I cannot find this block. The frickin'
The cat model sheet. What, the cat model sheet? You're.
the cat model sheet. I can't find it.
Oh, come on, Nate! Where's-
There it is. I got it. I got it.
Stephen U 2013 asks, finally, now I can ask you live. When will you return this show NXJ9 to all of us, and will you give it to Nicktoons at some point?
Well, we're just a bunch of fans, so probably will never return it to quote unquote give it to Nicktoons, because I mean unless a representative from Nickelodeon is watching and would like to further a business relationship. We're unofficial, so and as for when, as soon as we can. It's just a hobby project.
Have you ever watched Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared before? It's a show about these three characters, and it looks...
Aware.
I'm also aware of it. I've actually watched it. It's pretty...
Good job.
pretty cool.
I've seen the original one from like 2011. I don't know if that was the one that they were talking about, or...
Well, there's like six.
Or-
Aren't there like 6 of them now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's a series.
Hmm.
Is that freaking heard out in the lo-fi music that I'm hearing? Yeah. Yep, that she just said Amethyst. Alright. I'm gonna skip through that song.
Oh,
Don't want to risk nothing against Steven Universe, just don't want to risk any.
I get it.
What's the cat's name? Right now, just Stray, because we don't have a name for it.
We should name the cat Russell.
Alright. How to do this? I have to adapt this cat to the pose.
if you were unable to continue MLaaTR as an animated series, do you think it would work as a webcomic?
Yes.
I think so.
Absolutely. Alright, sorry I wasn't able to stay for long, but I'm gonna need to get going soon.
Alrighty.
Alright, so...
Sorry, I apologize for everyone on the stream for everything as being such a mellow stream. It's just like, you know, just working.
Yep. Working on rebooting a show isn't easy, especially if you're just a group of fans. Alright, well, see you guys.
See ya.
Alright.
This is his right back, so there should be a little. That's gonna conflict with that stain. Let me just spot there.
Hello, everyone. I am the voice of Vexus in Rebooted.
My ears. So loud. Hold on. Turn volume down. There we go. Hello.
Hi.
Right.
Did you hear that Cree Summer won an award?
Oh, what for?
For voicing in Rugrats. She won an NAACP award.
Oh, NAACP.
Yeah, that's good. I introduced my nephew's friends to My Life as a Teenage Robot, and they enjoyed it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I've been probably missing some questions, haven't I? What's the cat's name? We don't have that one. Mr. E. Filman's second channel. What would you have the poltergeist's fake powers being? And by the way, I think poltergeist could be both male and female with two people behind the villain. Yeah. Like I said, I would treat poltergeist like a Scooby-Doo villain, where everyone thinks it's a real ghost, but then there's like the person behind the counter. I would still try and want to make it a woman, because I don't know. I feel like ironically, this for a series whose main villain is a woman and whose main hero is a woman, I feel like this series has a severe lack of female characters, especially in the villain department. We have a lot more male villains than we do women. So I'd want to make Poltergeist if we were to use her. You see, I'm already saying her. If we were to use the Poltergeist, I would want to make her a woman.
Yeah.
How her powers though? Back on the topic of that. Well, it'd probably be some like fake levitation going on, right? Like just like imagine what ghosts like. Think of a ghost TV show. Those are fake.
I like how Arlie Emery voiced the Skyway Patrol General in Last Action Zero.
Oh yeah, the guy who was a real drill instructor.
Yeah.
But
I like how this YouTuber, his or her name is XJ10, is showing all the MLaaTR clips, and I enjoy them all.
They're uploading clips and stuff. What else would be a fun power? It's like obviously I don't want to just go. Obviously I wouldn't want to just like do the casual ghost stuff. Like, I mean, obviously those come with the character, basic ghost stuff, making things levitate, making doors and cabinets open and close, throwing things around. Cool power though. I want to really make it fun, like some sort of really fun ghost power that you wouldn't expect.
Kind of like Danny Phantom.
Kinda. Spirit possession. And it's a superhero show, so we'd have to have some sort of weapon.
I made an Armageddroid quotes compilation.
I'd probably do something with the ectoplasm. Give them some sort of ability in that department. That makes them a little bit more unique than regular ghosts. Whether it be like
I like the clever hidden jokes in the show, like when Tiff called Jenny a circuit jerk.
Manipulation would be cool. We haven't really had a character who delves into illusions, I don't think. Right?
No.
Kind of like the Mysterio character, where everything is like is fake, where everything just
James Arnold Taylor, aka Kenny YK9, voiced him in the Spider-Man 2 game.
Arnold Taylor was YK9?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi played a dog on TV.
Yeah,
Robot.
that's true.
That's surprising. Anyway, as for the, I'm sorry I'm taking so long on this question, but yeah, I guess I would do something fun with the ectoplasm because I feel like there's some potential there. You'd have basic ghost powers where, you know, levitation, phasing through objects, making things float and throw around the room, opening and closing doors. And then I'd probably go with the illusion manipulations where they'd make, because obviously if this is a fake ghost, probably be talking about some like hologram technology, and at that point, I'd just go full blown, where it's like, okay, we're dealing with holograms. We're gonna have fake rooms. We're gonna have fake monsters come out, like ghostly monsters come out of nowhere, and then the poltergeist is in the middle of it all, manipulating everything, and yeah, it's all like controlled by this one woman who's like a whiz with holograms, you know, and that's her thing. That's how I would do it. Probably, and then motivation, probably, if we go by the classic Scooby-Doo way, motivation would probably be something about, like, getting kicked out of a company, or, like, the bank is foreclosing this mansion that she lives in, or whatever. Some sort of financial difficulty that she's lashing out with.
Oh man, another creepy crib! How come we don't investigate like a Burger King or something?
That's pretty good.
Thanks.
Mr. E is actually saying, would you please turn your volume on, Nathan, because he could barely hear you.
Oop, my bad. Turn up that. Turn up my mic sensitivity, and I'm also going to turn up my volume on OBS.
While I was watching a bonus documentary on Hi Hi Puffy on Yumi, I saw clips of Janice Kawai recording her lines as Ami, so I took pictures of the frames and put it on the IMDb of the AmiYumi page for behind the scenes.
I guess that qualifies.
Yeah.
How about now? Am I good?
Yep.
Well, I'm speaking to chat. Tell me if I'm too loud, too soft, if the other people need to be increased in volume. Any thoughts on the Book of Boba Fett show, says Captain Fordo. I thought it had like an okay opening, and it was cool to see Cad Bane in live action. Spoilers. But overall, I was kind of disappointed by it. It was kind of a meh experience, and even to the point where I felt like the final episode was really underwhelming. Like, especially, like, when the two best episodes of your show are about an entirely different character, that is kind of a red flag. The two best episodes of the Boba Fett show were the ones where he wasn't in it. Was when we were following Mando around. And so, like, and that's another, I feel like that's another disappointment in the show. The show was like, what, only 6 episodes long?
7.
7, my bad. Only 5 of them have Boba Fett as a main character of the Boba Fett show. 5 out of 7. What's with that?
It was more or less The Mandalorian 2.5.
Yeah, I know. I feel like something happened financially with either the Book of Boba Fett or Mandalorian Season 3, in which Disney went, uh-oh, we'll just sneak in 2 episodes from the Mandalorian Season 3 into Book of Boba Fett in help of, like, alleviating things. And you know, I'm also kind of against, it kind of, putting Grogu back with Mando kind of detracted from the ending of Season 2 of Mandalorian, not gonna lie. Like, I feel like it was too soon. This is something they should have done at the end of Season 3 of Mandalorian if they were gonna go this direction. Spend an entire season of them separated, so when they come back together, it's a little bit more of an emotional impact. Because now it's just like, if you watch Mandalorian, specifically Mandalorian, right? Mando story. If you just skip Book of Boba Fett, you are going from end of season 2 Mandalorian. Grogu is given up to Luke, and the two are separated. Episode 1 of season 3, they're back together again. What happened? I feel like it was too soon. And I especially feel like, I'm still kind of like, Cad Bane should not have died in, spoilers again, I guess, should not have died in the finale. If you were gonna bring Cad Bane back, essentially from the dead, because everyone thought he was dead anyways, from Clone Wars, like we just assumed he died off screen. Now he was confirmed that he was alive and kicking through the entire Empire era. If you're gonna go through the trouble of doing all that, why would you kill him off the next episode he was in? He should have been the main villain for season 2 of Book of Boba Fett, and then kill him off in that finale. Not bring him in one episode, kill him off the next. That's very underwhelming. I agree he needs to die. Especially considering his character being the Angel Eyes of Star Wars, where he's just like the badass bounty hunter who is like doesn't leave town without taking a soul. I agree he needs to die in a Western standoff. That's befitting of the character. But at the same time, it's just like, why would you? I felt like he was a bit of a wasted character in Book of Boba Fett specifically. Anyways, that's my rant. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm back.
Ew. Stephen Yu, 2013. Would you and Nate ever consider a video game of this show? It would include Jenny, Tuck, Sheldon, Cluster, Lady Vexus. Pink girl that was once in Jenny's school. I think he's referring to Misty. I mean, a video game would be cool, but I wouldn't be able to make it. I have no idea how to make a video game. Flat out.
Me either.
It'd be cool though. If you were to make a teenage robot video game, I would say the best way to do it is the same way SpongeBob handled it with Battle for Bikini Bottom, where it's just like an open world sort of thing with different stages. Like you could explore Tremerton, Wakeman Household, probably go to Cluster Prime. Tremerton High School, Mesmers. What are some highlight locations?
And go to volcanoes to prevent the crater curse from eating her brain.
I wouldn't really call that an iconic location of Teenage Robot. It was kind of like one episode and done.
Yeah, but imagine if they had side missions like the Arkham games.
Yeah, but like I don't mean to like I wouldn't. If we were to do I say we, but I mean like if someone out there were to do a Teenage Robot video game, I want them to do a little bit more than just like recreating things, you know?
Yeah.
Like throwing in characters just to throw them in, you know? I would want them to be like, okay, what plot line can we do?
Yeah. I hope Shout Factory releases the series on DVD like how they did with Jimmy Neutron.
They have the rights to it now?
Well, they have gotten the rights to Jimmy Neutron, so I assume that they'll have the rights for other Nicktoons.
How is the frickin' movie on Blu-ray, but the TV show isn't? Jimmy Neutron. That doesn't make any sense.
I remember showing my Japanese language teacher the episode Speak No Evil, and she liked it.
It's accurate Japanese. And they even snuck in a swear.
Yeah. I like the memes of Tuck screaming, and I made one, but with Dimitri Lousteau's yell from Sly Cooper.
I do not know what that is.
Well, Sly Cooper is a video game franchise where you play as a raccoon who steals from enemies like the Fiendish Five and the Claw Gang. It's made for the PlayStation. Did you know that the Cluster Ambassador was voiced by Wally Wingert?
Yeah.
The Riddler, yeah. I really like the Raggedy Android episodes.
Yeah, it's a fan favorite of many.
Yeah, because they're creepy episodes done right because of how powerful the exoskin can be. I find it a little weird that Vexus had a redesign for Queen Bee, but it does make sense considering that Smitus blew himself up.
That is because the movie is blown to 35 35 millimeter. They blew it to 35 millimeter. Why would they? Hang on, I gotta look up the source on this. What? Why? Why would they do that? This was 2001, right? The digital cinema was around at that point. Why would they? It's an animated movie. You have to go the extra mile to print that on freaking film.
Levon's actually probably had the statement, like, the film got released back in 2001. And it makes sense that the movie's in 35 millimeter. I think it was during 2001 that they switched over to digital. But my history's not the greatest right now.
No. Well, I mean, I guess in 1998, The Last Broadcast, which is a horror film, was the first full-length movie to be filmed, edited, and transferred digitally. So I guess 3 years later, in 2001, you could still make an argument that they were still changing things slowly. That's bizarre to me. Which means, at some point, you know we're getting a 4K Jimmy Neutron movie. You know it's gonna be 4K at some point. That's gonna be even weirder. Just a kid running up to another kid. You want to come home and watch Jimmy Neutron? I got it in 4K. Ultra HD.
Renzetti is one of my favorite animators of all time.
Left ear's at the attention.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Who approaches?
No.
Oh, it's Philip. Hello, Philip.
Hi, how's it going?
You sound very tired.
No, it's carnival here in Germany, okay? Just drunk a bit too much, I think. But I'm okay. And how are you guys doing?
Doing okay. Come on, kick it. There we go. Now,
Carnival, October. No. Jeremy, Carnival here starts at February.
oop, Paradox back.
So here it's mostly just an excuse for many people to drink as much as they can.
That's usually most holidays.
No, I'm not Brazilian, I'm German.
I am tempted to say something in German.
Do it.
Okay. I've never taken a German class in my life. Okay? So,
It's okay.
alright. Den Trak Vinci Meinstoffer?
What? Let me show you.
Was that gibberish? At that point? I know what I was trying to, like...
I mean, the most people would say something that Germans used to say a few years ago, when you know what I mean.
Oh no, I wouldn't know.
I mean, I don't have a problem by
I
that.
know some German. I've watched the original dub of Philaday.
Okay, show me.
Old, and new, which means old and new in German.
I'm fairly certain it went.
Old is and.
No.
D is the. New is newer, new. Like entrepreneur.
I don't think so.
Ah! I need to watch the German dub of Philaday again. Because that movie was made in German. It was released in German in 1994. It was brought over to English by other companies. But yet, Guntag is what DR7 knows.
Yeah, someone in the chat already said something. Guten Tag. But Guten Tag, but it's just written with one T. But yeah, kind of right. They try saying Ahana, what? Oh my god, I don't know what that means, so
Okay,
it's better not to say it.
I want to try it again.
Okay, try it again.
Betrachten Sie meinen Stauber.
No, I'm sorry, but I don't know what that means.
Damn it. Alright, I can't speak German. I can't speak German. I'm trying to read it, and then I don't know how to put where to enunciate, where to put the correct syllables. I don't know. It's supposed to mean behold my mustache.
Behold my mustache. Behold, I actually don't know what the correct translation. I know what it means, but I don't know the correct translation. That's weird. Wait a second.
Well, it's spelled betrachten, like B-E-T-R-A-C.
Siehe, betrachten. Betrachten. Betrachten Sie meinen Schnurrbart.
Yep, that's it. That's what I was trying to say.
Or like Polish cow. Moscow. Oof. Oof. Yeah. Oof. Oh well.
Alright. Back on the kitty cat.
Can I tell you something? It's more so basically I start work on something some kind of show I had the idea for almost 2 years now, and I already booked a voice actor, two of them actually,
Neat.
and I already got the voice lines.
Very cool.
And I'm just a little bit concerned, or more or less, I'm doubting my abilities to make my own show.
Well, I'll tell you, learn from my mistakes. Don't call it a show. Call it
Yeah.
like demo or pilot, or like
Yeah, exactly, a pilot.
a test run. And if things go well, maybe, That's what I should have done day one. That's what I should have done. Go back in time, change things around. That's what I would have done.
Isn't that normal? Like, expect too much from yourself, then giving up, knowing that, oof, it was impossible the whole time, and it's just got wasted.
Yeah.
John Calder, I was hoping episode 1 would be finished before the end of the
End of the what? Oh.
end of the world.
Don't we all?
Come on,
we're laughing, but we're all screwed.
animating takes a lot of time. Okay.
Didn't he? What didn't Mr. Beady Eyes say today? Wasn't it like he put his nuclear forces on high alert or something? He said.
Who?
Yeah.
Putin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, about that. Like we are in the middle of some almost World War III,
Yeah,
but
we're getting
hey,
there.
at least, yeah, but hey, come on, at least this time it's not Germany's fault.
I know, right? I was about to say, congratulations for Germany for being finally not being the starters of a world war.
Very much.
You get the bronze medal.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. How do I join the Discord? I think this is a question Nathan can answer you. How to join the Discord chat?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta. It's in. You see the bottom right hand corner of this video. That's the link. I mean, if you click it, you'll just pause the video. But like, you type that in. There shouldn't be any numbers in there that like. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there's no like L's or 1s or anything like that going on. So it's just like you see what you type.
Yeah, I actually hope that between Russia and Ukraine, everything goes well.
Yeah, I think we all do.
And I hope Germany holds their hands down this time.
Well,
Not being like,
I will say if Germany gets involved, I'm fairly certain they'd be taking the sides of Ukraine. Like they've already sent in like support, like supplies.
yeah,
So, like,
I know.
You're on the good side of history this time around, Germany. Good job.
But hey, Germany is in the NATO, or how you call it?
Yeah,
And
NATO.
the US also is in the NATO, so
Yep.
so we're going, yeah. Oh my God, it's just why is there any war like in general? I mean peace, isn't peace like better?
Oh, it is. It's what's the old expression? I'm trying to remember the expression, but it's something like people don't start wars, governments do. Something like that.
No, I mean, like everyone says, especially in Germany or in other countries, it's just like don't hate Russians, more like don't like the Russian government because they're making the trouble.
Oh
and
yeah, no,
they're
yeah, it's
right,
the
like
same, yeah, for sure. No, Russia. And the funny thing is, we can say these things with no. I'm getting ahead of myself. Did you guys know that part of the sanctions that were placed on Russia was that servers to social media channels that are run in America were cut. So there are currently no Russian people on Twitter because they literally can't get online right now.
holy shit.
Same goes for I think certain parts of YouTube. Like I'm fairly certain Russian content creators on YouTube can't even log in.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's like the entire world at this point. Pretty much. China is kind of like being a little, it's not a good thing that they're doing, but they're kind of like don't want to outright say it. But other than that, pretty much the entire world has turned their back on Russia right now. And again, that's specifically
this
regarding.
This is almost over. decades.
No, yeah, that's exactly. I mean, this is getting heavy into the political side of things, but that is exactly what Putin is trying to do. He is trying to reestablish the Soviet Union, and that is why he has taken such interest in the Ukraine and other territories that surround Russia. Like he threatened, didn't he threaten Sweden and Finland recently if they join NATO? In the same kind of language he was threatening Ukraine with. He's using this as an excuse to expand Russia's borders to retake territories that the Soviet Union once owned. And that's what... It's like, it's abundantly clear that he's doing that. And it seems... I mean, granted, all I can go off of are, like, videos that get uploaded and sneak their way through. But it seems that people of Russia are not happy with this.
Yeah.
At all. Like,
I mean,
this is completely a move by the Russian government and not by the people wanting it.
exactly. I mean, so many people got arrested for just saying their opinion to this. Already 33,000 people got arrested just because they said, "Yeah, we don't want the war," and boom, they got arrested. And I'm standing here and be like, "What the?"
Yeah, the protests are happening over in Russia right now too. It's like, no war, and then you got like the Winter Olympics with one of the Russian athletes writing "No war" in English.
Right.
Even then, it's like, I'm worried. I'm concerned because they also took over the worst chemical accident. The worst. It's been a while since my school days, but it's like
what accident?
The chemical accident.
Chemical.
Chernobyl.
Oh no, that's nuclear.
Chernobyl.
That's
That's radioactive. Radioactive
That's
stuff.
nuclear. That wasn't a chemical accident.
Oh!
That was a nuclear.
Nuclear. I was close. I was so close.
Maybe in nuclear radiation is a little bit different than chemicals, but okay.
Yeah.
It's a different branch. You're talking about chemistry versus physics. It's like the different branches of science, but okay.
I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I've learned anything, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We actually never got taught about anything about Chernobyl in school.
Really?
What?
I mean, yeah, I mean, probably maybe for the best. I mean, I don't really think the teacher wants to show my classmates how they all got into love.
True.
How they all was made.
The radiation poisoning.
Well, no, that's okay. So radiation.
This would never.
I know poisoning is in the name, but it's not. It's not chemical poisoning. What happens is that radiation poisoning. Radiation, everything is radioactive, right? Everything is in a constant state of radioactive decay. What is harmful is what type of radiation it is and how powerful it is. Like radiation is essentially.
Thing is about.
Yeah, I'm trying to like explain it in a way that's like. Not overly technical. Radiation is a lot like the light spectrum, where everything has a frequency. The higher the frequency, ironically, with radiation, the less of a danger it is. The lower the frequency, those are able to pierce through. At least let me make sure I'm getting that right. I could be different. I'm fairly certain that it's the lower the radiation frequency is, the easier it is to pierce through things. So let me see.
The thing is, I just know that chemical stuff is attacking your cells in your body, and radiation is directly attacking your DNA. More
Oh,
or
my
less.
bad. I got them flipped. See, that's why I got. This is why it's important to cross-check and make sure. Okay, my bad. Low frequency radiation is stuff like radio waves, stuff like
Yeah.
visible light. That's like on the lower side of radiation.
Like X-rays. Am I right?
X-rays are a little bit more on the higher side. When you cross over the visible light spectrum, you are now entering the realm of radiation that can harm you. The first step being ultraviolet radiation. Ultraviolet radiation is what comes from the sun, primarily. I mean, there's other sources of it, but it's emitted from the sun. It bounces off the ozone layer. Some come through. If you don't wear sunscreen, you get skin cancer. In a nutshell, ultraviolet radiation.
Nutshell, yeah.
X-ray radiation is next on the most dangerous, on the danger scale, or like the how powerful radiation is. That's obviously X-ray. It cuts through you enough so that X-ray photography is possible. In short doses, it's fine. It's safe. Obviously, though, you don't want to have a high exposure to X-ray radiation. And then you have gamma rays, and that's nuclear radiation, and that has a potential to kill you within days, depending on how powerful it is.
No, Chernobyl is. I can remember learning something about Chernobyl, that the radiation there is so high that it can actually kill you within hours.
Oh yeah, that's something. There's something called the elephant's foot, and that is a part of the core,
Radiation can kill you.
part of the core in Chernobyl that melted down, and is so hot with radiation that standing next to it for an hour, 3 hours means death within like there right then and there. You drop dead. Standing next to
I'm sorry.
Standing next to it 10 to 30 minutes will give you acute radiation poisoning. I'm fairly certain.
That also leads to death.
Right.
90% of the.
Right, exactly. And then standing next to it for, I think, a minute, 5 minutes, exponentially increases your chances of cancer. Like, if you
Such as smoking does.
if you ever want cancer, go visit the elephant's foot. Listen to your favorite song and leave the room. You'll have cancer.
You have cancer. Just stop having cancer, and you're healed.
But the way radiation poisoning works is that radioactive particles. Going back to the earlier conversation, everything's radioactive. Anything can become radioactive as well through contamination. What happened in Chernobyl is there was a giant meltdown and an explosion, and all that radioactive material from the core was expelled into the atmosphere. That radiation mingled with all the dust, the clouds, everything up in the air,
and the water,
and it slowly came back down in the general area, which is why they had to evacuate the entire city.
I think it was Pripyat.
Pripyat, right?
I think.
And
I can't remember.
Those particles, they get on your hair, they get on your clothes, they get in your lungs, which is the most dangerous element of it, and that's where the poisoning comes from. Because those highly radioactive particles are now on your skin, in your system, still radioactive, and the radiation is actively killing your cells.
That reminds me of that one song. I don't know who that made it was. Like radioactive.
Radioactive.
Yeah, exactly. Who was that again?
I've heard a song numerous times on the radio.
The radio in Mom's car always gave the best songs.
Austin
Just saying.
Stewart, this would never would have happened if Trump was in office. Just saying. No, it would no. No.
Well, what does
Buddy,
Trump has to do with
buddy,
Russia now?
Buddy, have you not been watching recently? He's freaking praising Putin for this. Yeah, it wouldn't happen the same way, but it would happen. If Trump was in office, I guarantee you we'd have freaking American troops under orders of America.
It was Imagine
of the
Dragons.
president helping Putin out in this. He's freaking. I mean, I'm talking about my American presidents now. I don't know if you caught up on this, Philip, but like there was a freaking
Joe Biden. Yeah, I know. I remember Trump wanted to get the United States out of the NATO.
Yeah,
NATO.
which was idiotic, but like.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was a freaking conservative convention recently. I mean, I think it's still going on. Tonight might have been the last night. A freaking idiot previous president gets on stage and praises Putin for invading the Ukraine. And I can't believe I am living in the world where that happened.
You think you think Trump is still working with Putin?
Oh, I definitely think they're still buddy buds. I'm fairly certain they are.
I always call Putin Vladdy because Vladimir Putin is just Vladimirovich Putin.
But then but Vladimir is like a cool name. Putin's a lame name. You know?
Putin. Was like Moskau, wirf die Gläser an die Wand. Russland ist ein schönes Land. Ha, 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 ha. Ow. As a Trump supporter like me, I'm not a fan of him praising Putin since I'm not a fan of Putin. But at the same time, I'm not a fan of Biden either, so I'm not surprised.
Well, I'm not a fan of Biden either. I think he was, in terms of like all the Democratic selections that we could have gotten in the 2020 elections, there was a lot better options on the table. But I guarantee you this would still be happening if Trump was reelected. I guarantee you it, because this has nothing to do with the U.S. presidency. It's everything to do with the Ukraine. And I'm not blaming Ukraine for this. This is not their fault. This is completely Putin's fault. But I'm just saying the reason why this happened is that the Ukraine was trying to join NATO, and Putin didn't want a NATO nation on the border of Russia. And so he used that as, like I said, he uses that as an excuse to invade the nation and take it over and try and reclaim some territory that was lost during the breakup of the Soviet Union. That would have happened regardless of who was in the president's chair.
You know, always, all the time when it gets to American presidents, all I can say, because I'm not a citizen of the United States, that why the heck did someone shoot Kennedy? And that's all literally I can say.
That's something we as Americans haven't even figured out yet.
We have no idea why or who.
It's still a big. I mean, granted, the official statement is like Oswald, I think his name was Harvey Lee Oswald, or am I getting that mixed up with the guy who shot Lincoln?
I have no idea.
I think it was the Oswald guy.
Wait, they catch the guy who shot Kennedy?
Supposedly. It's a big. I come fully state that this is a very wide conspiracy theory.
Oh,
Lee Harvey Oswald was the guy who was arrested for killing Kennedy and was given the blame, but there are many people out there who think that there was more than one person trying to kill Kennedy that day. And then it was like there was other shots that rang out, that there were other bullets. Especially considering if you watch the footage, it's horrific. You're watching somebody die. But if you watch the footage of Kennedy getting shot, it's suspect because he lurches, I think, backward when Oswald was behind him. And if you get shot with a bullet, you'd be going in the direction of the
opposite direction of the impact, I guess.
Yeah, so like equal and opposite reaction. So like that's why it's like, and plus you got the curved bullet thing. But anyway, other suspects include, hey, Russians, because we were kind of in the middle of a Cold War at the time.
I'm not sure if that's so funny, but it's so funny.
And I think there was some conspiracy theories that he had connections with the mob, and they weren't so might have been a hit, but we'll never know because Lee Harvey Oswald was shot himself a few days later after he was arrested. Somebody walked out of the crowd and shot him. So we never got to interrogate him, and never knew why he killed him. He killed Kennedy, supposedly, quote unquote.
I mean, I'm not sure if I even can say something about that because the only American presidents I know is John F. Kennedy, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden. And everything I can say about politics is that I liked Angela Merkel way more than Olaf Scholz.
Oh yeah, overall, I mean, like, we have a long ways to go. American politics and laws.
Actually, kind of interested in American politics, but it always, everything.
That's the neat thing about America. Come to America, spend about 7 years here, and now you can become a politician. I think the only thing you can't become, I'm fairly certain, the only thing that's barred. Granted, I don't really. I mean, I get the mentality that the founding fathers had way back when of making this rule, but nowadays I don't really see the point in it. I feel like if you spend enough time here, it should be eligible. But anyway, there is a stipulate in American politics that if you cannot become president if you were not born in the United States. Period. You can become a House Representative and a senator, though, and a governor. I'm fairly certain any other American position in politics you can become. I think it's just president that is barred by a rule of you have to be born in America first.
I think that's fair, though. I always try to compare huge politicians to me. Like, my goal is to study art, and when I fail studying art, then I will go to politics.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm German, not Austrian, so who knows?
No, yeah, but that's my point. So I hope it never changes. Anybody can come to the United States, become a United States citizen, and eventually get into United States politics. It's like, it's happened to people that we have people in office right now, in the Senate, and the House of Representatives who were not born in America, who came here, became citizens, and worked their way up. Granted, we still have a big problem with, I believe it is de facto racism and de jure is yeah. De jure is by law. By law, everybody's free. But in practice,
can I show you something?
In practice, obviously, there's still some racism going around. But oh well, we'll get there.
Can I show you something?
What's up?
Do you know those weird things filled with wait. I'm just going to send in a meeting chat. These things, do you know these?
I have seen them before. I have never tasted them.
Well,
Is that
not
chocolate
so.
covered cheese?
No, it's whipped cream, or how you call it.
Yeah, whipped cream.
Whipped
Yeah,
cream cheese.
really, you want to know how those things were called in Germany not so long time ago? I think like 10 years ago.
I don't know.
did not.
Oh no!
God. No,
Oh,
no,
I
no,
can't
no,
show that
no,
on
no.
stream, but like, oh
No,
my
no,
goodness.
Yeah, this is really
no,
effed
no,
up.
Damn.
no, 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 no.
I will,
Pick.
point is
Do
made,
not-
but for
The
the
viewers-
sake of the people who aren't in the stream right now, I like on our server, I'm just gonna delete that. But like, I get it.
Yeah. I think that would be better that way.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the people on stream, it's the name of that candy. I think you can show the candy itself. I sent there on stream, so it would be more clear for the viewer themselves.
Yeah. No, I mean, nah.
I mean,
No, let's just say there's a German pastry.
Yeah.
There's a German. I think it's a pastry. I'm seeing some sort of crust at the bottom there.
yeah, that's waffle.
Yeah, it's a pastry. There's some German pastry that apparently had a very racist name.
Yeah,
So.
it was the N-word, like PewDiePie bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
But,
They got cancelled, luckily, because I'm like, bruh, like, who in the hell names a candy that way still, like, 10 years ago? Who would do that? That was pretty funny on Twitter, though.
all right. Well,
Shouldn't
I
use
have
Twitter
my-
for politician opinions.
Oh, but I should also probably.
I love how we got from animating Teenage Robot to politics
Yeah, I
discussion.
know. Got a little off topic. But
I'm so sorry about that, folks.
I mean, it's hard. I mean,
So
in this
sorry.
right now, with what's going on right now, it's honestly kind of hard not to. Like, it's kind. We're here laughing, having a good time, but like, legitimately, like, there's some. It's
Pretty tough shit going
pretty
on.
tough shit going on right now. It's like it's not a joke.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it was my problem because, yeah, kitties. Yeah, kitties are updated cat post reference. Thanks, so I can get back to harmony and
Yeah, I don't.
rearrange my
To
shot.
be fair, I did base it a lot on like what you did already. Like, so I didn't want to because I didn't want to go and like, all right, you got to reanimate everything. So like, it's just some proportional changes in like where to put lines and stuff, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but you know what I noticed after after I joined Rebooted as an animator and worked my way up as an animator myself. Animation itself is like the worst thing you could ever do if you work alone.
Yeah.
Like I never.
It's like people in the chat sometimes like, how do I become an animator? Don't.
Really?
Don't.
Just leave it. But if you really become an animator, then I guess join a team.
Yeah.
Because yeah, alone animating, for example, a whole episode by yourself is when you want to get done before, like that one viewer said, by the end of the world,
Yeah.
then you have pretty low chances of actually finishing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because one day your motivation will be just gone, and you will be like me, you say, cancel everything you have in production right now, and be like, oh well, I guess 2 years just wasted.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like this. You have a project, you're really motivated to do it, then you spend like a whole year then noticing you're not you're absolutely not done yet, like you're still missing everything because when you do one episode like a whole completely by yourself, you think of something that you don't think of something that is like this. Oh, how can I say it? Help me. Which is like completely normal to you, like backgrounds, lighting, shadows, highlights.
Mm-hmm. It's surprising how much it piles up.
Yeah. Not only that, timing for voices and so on.
Oh gosh, yeah, I know. The freaking
Lip sync.
voice sync alone is its own headache. It's just...
Yeah. And then imagine you'd had to pay everything out of your own pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oh yeah, I feel that. I feel that very much.
So yeah, like Nathan said, how do you become an animator? Just don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to be pessimistic. It's just like if you're going to go down the insane route and become an animator, just expect a lot of your time dedicated to stuff that is largely, how do I put, what's the right word for this? I guess it's better to describe it. You're going to be spending 8 to 12 hours of your day animating a specific shot, and then that shot will last about half a second, maybe a full second, maybe a full second sometimes. If it depends on how easy.
Pretty rare cases.
Depends on how easy the shot is, like how complex the movement is. But like, yeah, you'll be spending 8 to 12 hours per day drawing, and then by the end of that day, you will have about half a second to a second of animation.
Exactly. Just to deal with Outlook the next 2 months.
I mean,
I would love to become.
I mean, granted, we talk a lot about, like, I got off topic a few times and started talking about other things, distracted a little bit, but like, this is one pose. What I just drew here, we've been streaming for an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. Yeah. Granted, again, I was distracted like a few times, but like, that's one pose.
Oh my god. I mean, except you're doing Flash animation though. Then you can get the whole project finished by 1 month.
Well, to be fair, that's like, what's the triangle, right? The triangle is
The latest season, of course, of Fairly Odd Parents.
No. The triangle of making something for animation or film. It's one point is time, like get it done short on time, like you're get it done fast, right? Another point is get it done cheap, and the other point is good quality. You can have two. You can't have all three.
Yes. I mean, I'm not as experienced as Nathan is. I mean, bro, I'm like not even the halfway Nathan is currently. Like, well, people say I'm kind of a good animator, but I always think I still miss a lot of experience. I still need to learn. And
I felt the same way with my animation sometimes. Is that I thought I was doing proper, but it's like,
Rat, are you guys making a whole season or just one episode? Okay, this complex answer, right? We started off way back when we were kicking into the series,
2013.
we came in. We're like, we're gonna do a whole season. We're gonna do it. We're gonna animate it fully. Just like now we're kind of like we've matured a little bit, and we're trying to animate the first episode, dialing it back, and be going, okay, how possible is this actually? But to be fair, we have an entire season written, like script-wise. We have multiple episodes recorded, and we have a few episodes that are completely boarded. So, take what you will from that. So, like, it's not like we've just been sitting on our butts this whole time doing nothing. It's just like we're a bunch of amateurs.
Ah.
We're a bunch of amateurs who started a project way back when, and who, I'm gonna be flat out honest, I was a little too big for my britches. I think that's the proper saying, or is it? That doesn't make
I
any
think you're right. I think you're right.
That doesn't make. Now that I say, when I really think about that expression, shouldn't the expression be too small for your britches? Like you still have, like, too big for your britches implies that the britches are tight and that they are small. Too little for your britches implies that they're huge and you're trying to put them on early and they're very saggy and you have some growing to do. Doesn't that make more sense?
It does to me.
What are you talking about now? Are you talking about animation or bridges?
I'm talking about metaphors. Point is,
metaphors. I have no idea.
Point is, way back when we started, we definitely bit off way more than we could chew. I'm being honest.
Yes, I think this is the best way of putting it.
Bit off way more than we can chew, and we're taking things a little bit more easy. Now it's just like, okay, focus on this one episode. Make it as
one post.
Make it as great as you can, and let's see what we can go from there. Even though we have some other episodes completely written, voice acted, everything like that. So it's like, I hope that makes sense. Like we want to make. Point is, we want to get stuff out there, and we know it's been 7 to 8 years. So like, and my defense is that I throughout that entire time I was A in high school. A majority of us were A in high school and college, and going through jobs and like other stuff on top of this little hobby project. So it's not
in high school.
So it's not like we wake up with a budget and do this every single day as our jobs. I wish it was the case.
I mean, I would appreciate it, but like, yeah, of course, I know it's not possible. I'm sorry, go on.
Mm-hmm.
Proceed.
But yeah.
Just one question though. What do you mean only A's in high school?
Only what?
The A's in high school, because I currently only get F's in high school.
Oh no, I didn't. No, I think you misheard. I didn't say only A's in high school. I just said that. I said that we went through high school. Like a lot of us were in high school when this started. Like we were still. I'm an adult now, but I was a kid when I started this. I was a kid. I was a little.
You're still a kid.
I mean, well, I'm 20. Well, I'm 23.
Yeah.
But I'm now at this point. But I think, right? When was my birthday? What year is this?
2022.
22? Yeah, I'm 23.
I'm 16.
Ah, wow. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah. So it's like, if you never need an explanation of why things are taking so long, that's it. Some of us are still kids. We were kids. The rest of us were kids when we were starting out. It's just like, we're learning, you know? We're not professionals coming into this, like, out of, like, experience that we've already had in working on other projects.
Nickelodeon is spying us out.
It's just like we came in as high school students, and we're like, we're gonna do this. we're gonna make a whole season, and we're like, and then we were also like, we're gonna make it good, we're gonna make it dedicated, we're gonna make it things accurate, on style, and it's like we just like, it's too, we put things too above ourselves, man. We were too ambitious when we first started this thing, and it's like, man, we definitely had to like be more realistic and be like, okay, seriously, what's possible here, you know?
Currently watching.
What can we do that's like really gonna make people like, wow, that's good. That's, even though it's like smaller than what you promised, like that's still really neat, you know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you got two options. First, you got a high budget and get everything out in the next 1 or 2 years, or you have no budget and it will take way longer. And
guess what?
just
Which
for
one we are?
and just for Nathan, I'm currently watching a live stream of young Nathan.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
6 years ago.
Thing too, so that I can answer.
What were-
The most depressing thing, looking back when this started, is that my voice has hardly changed at all. I still have the voice that I did when I had in high school, basically.
I mean, yeah, I can talk. I don't really think I can talk about voices because I know a few years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, my voice was like 2 octaves higher. I mean, what do you think? What would you guess my age just regarding my voice?
Your voice, I'd say 18, 19. You sound like a young adult. You don't sound like a teenager.
Okay, if you say so. Yeah. Okay. Huge revealing right now. I'm turning 17 this year. I mean, I actually don't. Wait. Come on. Just for you guys, I will reveal my face now. Face reveal, guys.
Well, I mean, they won't be able to see you, but okay. I don't have any.
Yeah, at least Nathan will see. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
I see a Foxy on the keyboard.
Yeah. I guess. I think you actually never saw my face before.
I don't think I did before.
Well, now you saw it.
Hello.
I hope you don't have to wash your eyes with bleach or something.
No. You. I'm not looking in a mirror, so.
I just shaved this today.
It just look weird because I wear headphones actually.
And I got my hair cut during the weekend.
You know? Now I can hear you again. I got long hair, more or less medium long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't like seeing myself. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I feel you. All right. What are we at? We're about to hit the 2-hour mark. So any last minute questions, everybody?
My God, this is the first time I actually witness a live stream ending by myself. Cool.
Any last minute questions at all, ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap up here for tonight?
I mean, we got like 5 minutes. Right? Or...
No, that's why I'm asking now, because I'm sure, like, if there's anybody who asks a question, we're gonna need some time to answer it.
Nate, you're 24. Isn't your birthday in December of 1998?
That is not how math works. I am 23.
Well, tell it to Leva. I feel like I'm the only one here, lol. Yeah, well,
will not be 24 until my birthday of this year. That is how.
Oh, there's one
ages
question.
work.
That's one question. I spot one question.
Pratt asks, do you have voice actors for every character? No, we have everybody for the main cast, but there are some people we still need to fill, but like obviously because we're focusing on Activation Day as a priority, those characters that are also in season 4 are not really high on the priority list right now. And honestly, it's been so long since we've recorded people. It's because again we've been focusing on Activation Day. We probably have more people to fill now at this point as well, just because people have like moved on. But you know, in regards to Activation Day, we're good. Like we have everybody.
I'll just say something about Rebooted project really quick, if that's okay. Every time when we talk about Activation Day or Rebooted in general, I feel like I can see that huge wall of work coming towards us. Is that normal?
No, that's any project, yeah. It's just like, wouldn't this be cool if like this Jenny did a big backflip and did a laser thing, and then it's like, yeah, it would be cool. That's a lot of work coming our way. Camera tracking, a new background, new posing, gotta animate a transformation sequence, which means you gotta map out the transformation and make sure like all the parts go where they need to go. You gotta design the gun that comes out. You gotta time it properly. And then of course you have the rough and then you have the basic steps of animation. After all that's said and done, you gotta, roughs, tie downs, in betweens, clean up, compositing, sound design, and then final editing and final editing.
You forgot music composing.
Music composing, yes. And that's just like, that's one shot, that's one action.
Yes, and that only took us 3 years. Let's go to the next shot.
Next shot now. Anyway.
Yeah. So just for a few viewers, I guess I can say, don't expect it to be released like in the next hour.
Yeah,
when honestly. You know what I mean.
Yeah. But we're trying. We're trying to get something really cool out. It's not like we're not. Again, I know we've been very pessimistic this stream, very uncharacteristic of us, but we are trying to make something cool. Like we're really trying.
Go to bed now. It's 2 a.m. Let's go.
That's good idea. That's a good idea for you to go to bed now. Go to sleep.
I mean, I don't have school till Thursday, because Carnival. I just know on Thursday last week, like we had an English exam. I was sitting there, like I was the only one student that was sober at the time. Everyone else was sitting there completely drunk. I was like, am I at the right place here?
Well, I mean, the stream is technically marked not for children, but But we are.
Oh well.
We should probably like shift towards wrapping up here for tonight, though, because we're
about. Yes.
We've hit our 2-hour mark, so. All right, everybody. Yeah. Sorry for the off-topic conversation about a third of the way through the stream there. But
yeah, I'm sorry.
We're living through historic times, people, for better or worse. So
historic times. Playing in Germany.
See you guys on Discord and stuff. Have a great night. The next stream, if everything goes well, and nothing sudden comes up, should be March 27th. Hey, that's funny. It's February 27th. The next stream should be March 27th. Huh. All right.
27th of March?
27th of March should be the next stream if everything goes well. So see you guys.
All right.
See you guys on Discord. Everybody have a great night. See ya.
Bye.